Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you are easily triggered, leave now because this show is not for you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what happens when a woman hits the wall? For those of you who don't understand what hitting the wall is, it just means basically you have hit a point in your life, if you're a woman, where you're no longer as appealing or attractive as you once were. For example, if you're 50 years old, you don't look as good as you did when you was 20 years old, so to speak. Now, what happens when a woman hits the wall? And also add to, what if she's successful? What do you get? You get a woman who begs for marriage. You get a woman who is regretful. So let me go ahead and play these clips for you for educational purposes, and I'm using them out of fair use so you can make your own judgment. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started.
You either marry me or you reimburse me. It's that simple. I have the ring already. All you got to do is get on your knees and propose.
Your Honor, she is not going to rob me of my manhood and demand that I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to get a ring. I'm going to propose.
You see how demanding this woman is? Either you're going to marry me or reimburse me. Everything she has given to this man in through the course of their relationship, she wants all of it back in dollar signs. Either you're going to marry her, and she's ordering. You see how combative and how aggressive the modern day black woman is? No.
Propose to her when the time is right.
Take this one.
I have not even got to build a relationship with her family.
In case no one else has figured this out, y'all are not compatible. You are living in a fantasy world, baby. In a fantasy world.
Your Honor,
this is not your husband.
Your Honor,
the desperation. This woman went ahead and bought a marriage ring and now wants to force marriage on a man. She has already hit the wall. You can look at her face. She's well over middle age. She might be 40 something, I'm thinking, with a whole bunch of makeup on. She may be 45 without the makeup. But she went out and bought the ring, and now she is demanding for this gentleman to marry her because she has spent 5 years with this man, as if she's making an investment in something. You understand? This is what happens when you give up your younger years, ladies, when you give up the best years of your life, and then you realize when you look around, you don't have no man there. Now you want a man, to the point that you're desperate to beg for marriage.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It may not be fair, but it's true. Baby, he is not your husband.
Please.
And you are not going to sit here on this room with me and cry over somebody that does not deserve your tears. Absolutely not.
Are you saying
he doesn't deserve your tears because he doesn't want to marry you? You see how women take each other's sides? This man ain't do nothing to you. You just mad because he don't want you now. And now all of a sudden you're on national television begging for marriage.
That does not deserve your tears. Absolutely not.
Are you saying you don't want me?
I do want to marry you. Your Honor, I have one more thing to say, and I did not want to bring this up. But
keep thinking, ladies. Keep thinking that you can keep playing the field. Keep thinking that you're always going to look good forever. Keep thinking that you can have any man you want. Keep thinking that you don't need a man. Because when you get older, you're going to look around you and there's going to be no one in that kitchen cooking for you. There's no one in that bedroom making the bed for you. There's no one that's going to be checking on you to see if you're sick or not. You're going to be alone and you're going to die alone just like that. Let's get to the next clip.
I quit at being independent. I don't want to do this shit anymore. This shit is draining. I'm so ready to have a man come into my life and take care of me. My tires popped. 2 of my tires popped. And I'm sitting in my car because I don't know what the fuck to do. Obviously, I know what the fuck to do, but I don't want to do this shit anymore. Like, I'm ready to have someone come into my life and take care of me.
And that's what it comes down to. Every woman needs a man to take care of them. That's why you have women with hypergamous natures. You're supposed to look for a man that can provide for you and do well by you. Now you're tired. You're tired of doing the man's job. Now you want to be a woman. Now you want to be softer. Now you want to be gentle. Now you see being an independent woman is not what it's supposed to be. That it isn't all that it's cracked up to be.
this shit is so fucking draining. This independent life, like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. I quit. Because every time something happens, I always have to figure shit out on my own. And I don't want to do that shit anymore. Yeah. Y ya renuncio, ya no quiero ser independiente. Yeah.
Man, I like when they speak that Spanish stuff. But you know what? Being a woman who hit the wall, it sounds the same in every language. See how pretty she look right now? She gonna get older, but she got a lot of makeup on her face. Now she's starting to realize the woman was never designed to do what a man is supposed to do. Now you want companionship. Well, how many men did you turn away? How many men that were good men that came to you, but you gave them that nasty attitude and looked down on them? Now you out in the world, you got to change your own tires and do things that normally a man do. Now you want a man back. So it almost sounds as if you want to use a man more than it does that you want to be with the man.
I want to be spoiled and taken care of. Because I shouldn't have to be stressing about shit like this.
Your fault.
I'm tired.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Seriously, though. Boo-hoo. You see what happens, ladies, when you start to put the bag over relationships? You see what happens, ladies, when you start to put money and all other type of opportunities over your own emotional health? Because when you choose to be by yourself, when you choose to reject good, decent men, when you fall into this dumb narrative and this stupid ideology where you don't need a man, you will always end up like these two women, begging, hit the wall, lonely, afraid of what the future may hold. Now, let me put up a celebrity who has already hit the wall but is extremely successful. And let her tell you how money doesn't complete you. Let's get into it, gentlemen.
People will look at you and say, you have the perfect life. Give people an understanding of why that is the wrong impression.
They're looking at the materialistic aspect of it all. They're thinking, oh, well, you have money, so your problems just magically disappear. And unfortunately, most times money will amplify your problems or give you problems you never even had before.
I think the late, great Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. said it best: more money, more problems. You see, money can't hold you at night. Money can't console you at night. You could be as successful as this woman. I think his name is Taraji P. Henson. She's been in a whole lot of movies, blockbuster hits, and she's miserable. She's sad. You see this lady on different interviews, actually, where she's crying and she's talking about how lonely she is, how she feels so empty inside. Because your degrees, ladies, that's not going to make you happy. Having a good paying job is not going to make a woman happy. The only thing that would make a woman happy is if she walks in her true nature, meaning that she has a man, meaning that she is the mother of children, meaning that she knows her place in a relationship, meaning that she understands that she has to follow a man's lead and not be independent. That is what's going to make you happy. If not, you're going to have a lot of money and die alone with a whole lot of money.
Even had before. There are times when I would sit on my house on the hill with 360-degree view of southern Los Angeles. And I'm like, God, I remember the days when I was so happy when I was broke. Because I was able.
She was happy when she was broke. Because when you get all these things, you don't have time for real relationships. You got to look out for who don't really care for you. You got to look out and be careful who you date, because they may be using you. But the problem is when you get money, you feel all this freedom. So you don't even, money is an incentive to make you leave a man. When a woman don't have a lot of money or a whole lot of freedom, if she get a good, decent man, I'm not talking about an abusive man, but if she has a decent man, she will stay there because she don't have a lot of options. But when she get a lot of money, then she has a lot of options. When she has a lot of freedom, then she has a lot of options. And whenever she gets a man, she'll fall romantically in love with another man, but she can't stay with that. When women get money, they doom themselves to being lonely. These type of women, especially celebrities and those in our community who do well, women, they always have a string of failed relationships, a string of failed divorces, because they look at that money. They married to the money. They are married to the freedom. They are married to the opportunities that money brings. They're not married to that man, because when they get with a man, when they already have money, they already subconsciously believe that they are better than a man and that they don't need a man.
able to dream. The dream kept me getting up every day. And now I have it all and I feel empty inside. It's not about the things. It's who you are inside.
Exactly. She feels empty inside. She has everything you can want. She could buy anything that she wants, but she still feels empty inside because she is fighting against her true nature, which is to be, excuse me, gentlemen, which is to be with a man. Nothing is a substitute for a good man. Money, cars, travel, girl trips, going to Bermuda, going to the Dominican Republic for vacations, going to Brazil, going to Jamaica. None of that is a good substitute for being married to a decent man and to bring forth offspring. Nothing can replace that. Dollars can't replace that. Money can't replace good health. Money cannot replace a good peace of mind. You can't buy peace of mind. You can only buy things that will bring you temporary pleasures. And at that time, you might feel a little semblance of peace. But when the storms come and when you need someone to listen to you complain, when you need someone to be there to encourage you, to listen to you, a dollar can't do that. But a man can. A husband can. Money can't even protect you. Money can get you to buy things that you can try to use to protect yourself, like guns or knives or whatever. But when you put that money on the floor and someone to break into your house, money won't stand up for you. A man will. A husband will. So think about this, ladies, when you're out there chasing the bag and claiming that you're independent. Look at these clips that I'm using out of fair use. Consider these clips as warnings because that's what they are. There's no substitution for a good man. See you soon.